Hi, good evening. Hi, this is Christine Crow here. And today I'm talking about why employers don't want to hire older job seekers and what you can actually do about it because you have got so much to offer this world. You are so amazing and you are full of so much information that you are so valuable in this world of today, even. But I'm going to talk to you about why employers hesitate to hire older job seekers. And maybe you're currently been laid off from work, for example. So, what are the things that can also prevent you from being hired? So, I'm just going to go through some of this. So, concerns about your adaptability. So, maybe employers may assume older candidates, like myself, for example, struggle with new technologies to become modern. For example, modern work environments. Another reason is that it is about rapid advancements in AI and digital tools. That can make people believe that younger employees are more adaptable than what you are, for example. Another reason could be higher salary expectations. Obviously, you've got higher bills, you've got higher expectations because you know your value, for example. So, with the years of experience, older job seekers may expect higher compensation, which some employers, they don't want to pay that. They're not willing to pay for that, for example. Another thing is that they could feel that you're overqualified, that they're worried possibly that you're going to be taking over and being in control and perhaps dismissing. So maybe they may be a manager that could be younger than you, that may feel that you're going to be dominant, for example. I'm just talking about from research and evidence as well, for example. So employers worry about whether your overqualified candidate will either leave for a better opportunity or demand more responsibility than the other roles offer, for example. So let's think about this more, because overqualification fears, the employer will worry that you are overqualified and that you will either leave for a better opportunity or demand more responsibility than the role offers. And yeah, of course you will do. If something better comes up, and I'm sure that will happen with anybody, if something better comes up, of course you're going to go and look for that position. Or maybe you may decide to be loyal, because there's lots of people that have stayed in the same job for 30, 40, 50 years, for example. So just bear that in mind, for example. Another reason is perceived lack of long-term commitment. Some companies assume older employees are closer to retirement. Now, isn't this bias? And won't stay as long as the younger hirers do. Because they think you're going to suddenly just, oh, I'm now 65, I'm quitting. And off you go into the sunset. Jokes aside. So maybe the employer thinks that cultural fit with the team dynamics. They assume that you're going to be, some sort of boring person. Companies with younger teams may believe an older candidate won't fit in with their culture, despite their qualifications. Well, they think you're going to be a mother or father figure in the workplace. Maybe they could see you as that. So, the next thing is health and energy levels. Employers may wrongly assume that the older candidates have more health issues or lower energy levels, leading to concerns about productivity. This is the thing here. Biased and stereotyping. Ageism, it is real. Some employers hold outdated views that older workers are not creative, driven, or flexible. It's because we know our mind and we know what is right, and we also know what is wrong and what we feel that we don't want to do. We should be able to speak and be respectful if something isn't what we're meant to be doing, for example. So, what can you do to overcome these challenges? Well, one of the things I would suggest to you is to study technology, become tech savvy. Take online courses in AI, digital tools, and industry-specific software. Show proof of your certification in relevant technologies. Highlight your adaptability. You can use LinkedIn, for example, to showcase your recent projects, learning experiences, or industry insights. And then you can emphasize and give examples where you've embraced change and led to innovation. What about reframing, for example, the overqualified concern? Address it directly at interview. My experience allows me to contribute immediately and mentor younger team members. That will help the company, right? So then you can express your long-term commitment to the role and position yourself as an asset, not a cost. So you can demonstrate this, for example, how hiring you will save time and money. Offer solutions to their business challenges based on your experience. Network and use alternative job search strategies. So leverage through professional groups like LinkedIn, industry events, for example. Target employers known for valuing experiences, and consider contract consulting or freelance work. You will make an excellent consultant because you've got so much experience in your workplace or whether it's in your life. You can become a consultant or do freelance work or consider working on a contractual basis. So many companies prefer hiring experienced professionals on a contract basis. Once you've done that, they'll get to see what you're like and you'll be able to prove your value and transition into a full-time role if you choose to. You've got unique strengths. So strong leadership, industry knowledge, and reliability are key assets, which younger employees will lack, or may lack, should I say. So look at yourself as a mentor and a problem solver, not another job seeker. what I'd like to ask you to do is to focus on your strength and not your weakness. So think about your past experience, and you don't want to miss out on your valuable insights that you're able to offer stability, leadership, and you can showcase your skills, being adaptable to problem-solving ability. You can overcome age-related bias and also land great opportunities. So think about why employers don't want to hire older job seekers. But you can do something about it. You can become a business coach. You can do coaching. You can offer training. There's so much you can do as an older person. Your age should be your asset. It should be your valuablest asset that you can offer. And if you're struggling to find a job because of your age, don't feel like employers are passing you over for the younger candidates. And I know you're not alone in this feeling. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, feel this and accept it, but you've got to move on and break that cycle and look at getting hired for more things that's going to be more suitable for what you are currently able to do right now. Because yes, we are older. I mean, I'm 60 in a couple of months, for example, and I know that there is a lot to offer and that you can use your expertise in business by doing coaching. You can be looking at hiring, HR, hiring people, for example, leadership. And there's so much that you can do. So with regards to maybe you're struggling with resistance to technology. Maybe you're feeling that you're overqualified and you've got concerns, but you have got so much to offer, more than the younger generation have to offer. So think about what employers will really look for in someone that is older, regardless of the age, for example. What skills do you have? If you learn about digital literacy, AI, online tools, remote work platforms, you can do work that way. There's leadership, there's mentoring ability that you have, flexibility and willingness to learn. These are all your gifts. So do a mind shift, a mindset shift, and don't think of yourself as a job seeker and start positioning yourself as a valuable asset. Create yourself an action plan. So think about how to make employers want to hire you. Like I said, learn the AI tools, industry software, social media. Highlight this in your resume and interviews so that you're fitting in with that organization and what they're looking for example. Rebrand yourself. Focus on the job market, for example. Modernize your resume and LinkedIn. Focus on the skills, the results, and the adaptability that you have. Use a resume. Instead of doing it in chronicle order, for example, highlight your skills over your age. That is key. What skills do you have? What can you bring to the table? And like I said, when you're in the interview, you address that elephant in the room called overqualification. In the interview, bring it to their attention and say, I bring experience, efficiency, and leadership, and I'm here to contribute, not just climb the ladder. So start networking smartly and use this job market that's so-called hidden. Join industry groups, conversations, professional meetups, and consider freelance, contract work, or consultancy roles first. And demonstrate your energy and enthusiasm. Stay up to date with the trends and share insight online. Now, show your eagerness to grow. We're here to grow. No matter what age we are, we're here to grow, not to stay stagnant. If you've been laid off from a job, look at what that job has taught you besides the negative. What was the positive things that you learned from that job? How many years was you in that job for? And what did you learn? And what skills can you pass on to others to learn from what you've learned? So if you found this helpful, I would love for you to tell me what your key takeaways are. Do you think that employers are biased? Have you encountered them yourself? What strategies did you use? Did you rebrand yourself? Did you become tech savvy? Because your experience is valuable and you're here to solve the company's problems. So if you found this video helpful, I would love for you to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment in the description, for example. What was your biggest takeaways? Let's look at changing the way that businesses see experienced professionals and invite them to check out your resume, because you have so much to offer. The world is your oyster. You may not think that right now, because you may be facing or being laid off from a job, or even worried that you're going to lose your job because of your age. Let me tell you something. We have got so much to offer this world. And I truly believe that you can become a consultant, or you can do remote work. There's lots of things that you can offer an organization. You can be self-employed. There's so much you can do, and you can work the hours that you want to work. That is the key. Do you really want to go in and do a 9 to 5 and be tied to an organization? Why not work the hours that you want to work and become self-employed? You are the perfect candidate for either being self-employed or being a consultant or working for an organization part-time and mentoring the younger age employees within that organization. You have got so much to offer. And although you may be struggling with this, if you've been laid off from work, I want you to sit down with yourself and write a list of the things that you can do and that you have done. Some of you have worked with organizations for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, for example. So what is it that you can do, that you can offer to people that want to use your services as a coach? Like I said, I'm going to be 60 in a couple of months. And I have got so much energy that I know I'm just as good as a 25-year-old, if not better, because of my experience. We have a wealth of experience, and we tend to think just because we're 50 or 60, I've seen it, when people get to 50 and 60, even 40, they question whether they're still employable when they've lost a job, for example. But you have got a lot to offer, and I would love to see you grow and to use your experiences by offering your services to an organization that possibly may or may not have hired you, but you're being paid for offering your services. So I hope that you found that helpful. I wanted to do this video because I know that there's been a lot of layoffs around the world, in America as well as in the UK, for example, around the world, for example. And I just wanted to say, if you are, feeling because of your age, you got laid off, for example, because we always think that we're the first ones to go because of our age, but see this as a new beginning, because as one door closes, another one opens. And that means that you can look at what services you can provide, because if you've worked for an organization or you've got a special skill, then you should do some consulting, definitely, or do some remote work. There's lots of things you can do depending on what it is that you have done previously, or learn a new skill. You're never too old to learn. I wanted to share this video with you today and to talk to you about this because I think it's something so important that we tend to forget, that when we get older that no one wants to hire us. But actually, maybe it's because they see you as a threat. They possibly see you as, oh, I'm not going to be able to control that person because that person maybe knows more than me. So maybe they feel intimidated. Instead of thinking it's about because of your age, maybe it's because of your experience and that you know a lot of things, so you can't have the wool pulled over your eyes because you know a lot due to your experience. So don't think in a negative way, think in a positive way, that maybe they didn't hire you because they were worried that you would know more than them. So maybe it's to do with that manager that's interviewing you. Maybe they've got some issues and want to be in control and worried that you're going to be controlling the environment and that everyone's going to come to you instead. Or maybe they're worried that you will challenge them in a nice way, of course, and that they're concerned about their leadership. So maybe you could become a coach. Maybe you could become a remote worker. Maybe you could become specialized in a new skill. Learn about AI, learn about the new technology that is here, because that's another thing that people think, oh, they're too old to learn about the internet. Let me tell you something. I can build websites. I know how to do marketing. I know how to do social media. I know how to do videos. I know how to edit videos. I know how to do thumbnails. Whatever I know how to do contracts. I know how to write things. I know how to do blogs. I know how to do business. I know, I know a lot of things. And this is what I'm saying. The older that we get, the more we learn, the more skills we learn. We are powerful human beings because of our wealth of knowledge. You know, when I always remember when my grandma was alive, I used to sit and listen to her because she had so much knowledge. I wish I listened more though. But you have got so much to give. So much to give. You can create your own YouTube channel. Look at me, 60, coming up in a couple of months. Might as well say I'm 60 now. And I'm here on YouTube and I'm doing videos daily. You can create videos and do videos daily about your life experience. So I just had to drink my tea there. But imagine you've learned a skill. Why not use that on YouTube to teach people about the skills that you have? And then you can do consultancy through YouTube, just like how I have. I mean, I started this channel 2013, for example, 13 years ago. So I was 47, for example. People would consider that old. But there's a lot of life in me yet, let me tell you. But you can create your own YouTube channel. No matter if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever age you want to have a YouTube channel, you can do it. It's not just for the young people now. Older people are living longer, and we cannot just rely on a pension because it may not be enough, for example. So why not create a YouTube channel if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, for example, and more? Whatever age you are, you should never really look at, where you are now. Look at what things you can learn that's going to make you more valuable. And that's what I say to everybody to do, because we've only got one life to live. So if you've been laid off from a job, then look at what skills you can use to make you money, either on YouTube, or you could work remotely, for example, for a company. You could be a consultant. There's so much that you can give to the world, rather than just be with one employer who will restrict you. Whereas you can be working for yourself. Yes, of course, you may need to get another job to make ends meet, for example, but on the side, why not do a YouTube channel? One video a week. I know there's plenty of YouTubers, small YouTubers on here. They just started out and they got monetized within a month. And they're making money here on YouTube, talking about their life. So I wanted to do this video for those that are possibly thinking about or possibly worried about losing their job. And maybe you're an older person, for example, and you're looking for work, then why not try this out? Whilst you're looking for a job, why not try this out? Give it a go. You never know, you could surprise yourself, and you will be giving to others, and you may enjoy this. I enjoy doing videos all the time, and this is the reason why I'm here, and I've been doing this since 2013. and I've only just became monetized, like this is my 5th month now, for example. Starting next month, it'll be my 5th month. So I didn't realize that I could have become monetized. It didn't really dawn on me. I've just been here doing my business stuff and, getting leads for my business, not even thinking about YouTube monetization and affiliate YouTube on here. For example, I used to be an affiliate marketer back in 2008 as well, for example. But YouTube here, it allows you to be monetized. You can actually talk about your business, offer your services to get clients and leads. I get 15, 20 leads a week here from YouTube. That's without me doing my email list and my Facebook group, for example. So there's lots of ways that we can do this online. We don't have to really keep going into an office. We can all, or not all, we can work remotely. If you're self-employed, that is, and you're working for yourself. So why not give it a go? Look and check out, if you're an older person, check out these YouTube channels for people that are over 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's a gentleman on here that I think he's over 80, and he's making videos and he's getting like millions of views. You never know. Give it a go. You may surprise yourself, because you may have a lot to offer that people need to hear. People will value you, and you will feel more joy for it as well. And at the same time, you're leaving a footprint here that will be on here for as long as you want it to be on YouTube, for example. So I wanted to drop this video, and I just want to say to you, thank you so much for your likes and for subscribing to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can get notifications when we go live or when we're doing a video, for example. I've got so much more to share with you, and I can't wait to share more with you all. But today I just wanted to reach out to those of you that are facing job losses, etc., that there is, like I said, as one door closes, another one opens. And I pray that it opens for the better for you. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and I am going to be I'm uploading a video right now, so stay tuned for the next video that's coming out shortly. Take care, and I will be on the internet tomorrow live. Take care. Thank you. Bye.